This game is definitely in trouble. Should I just play against someone? Welcome to the live premiere. We're just gonna start. Let's play him. I don't know if he's even in here. It's only 2 players, 2 lobbies. I don't know what's gonna happen with this game, and where are the developers? That's my big question. Where are they? What's going on for this team? I don't know what's going on for the game, to be honest. I really don't. I just thought I'd do something different. Oh, he's actually here. I don't care if he wins or not. Is he gonna pick a game? Maybe he'll pick SpongeBob. Let's pick. Is he gonna play? Let's see if he'll ready up. If he does, he's just sitting there. But this is the status of the game. It's not many people on. He picked Rocksteady, so he picked a DLC character. I have not played this game in a while online. I haven't. I didn't think he was gonna ready up, so I just thought I'd do something different. Just join in a match, just for something public, so people could be able to watch it. So he probably must be pretty good. He must have been waiting for quite some time to try to find someone to play with. I'm surprised he didn't join the other player that was in the process of waiting. So I'm just gonna do an online match just to have fun, just something different. Did it pick this stage or did I did? I don't know if I did. Well, I took the sound off, but I don't know if I can. Can I put the sound on? Or maybe I have time. Let me see. Okay, there it is. So we're just playing the game. I don't know if he's new, but we just gonna try to play a game, try to have some fun. But we're gonna be talking a little bit about this game. We're getting close to the anniversary. Did he stop moving? He just started playing the game, so I don't know. He probably just got the game, which isn't fair. But this is the case. This is a problem. That just goes to show you. So people are looking for people to play. They're looking for people to play. They're looking for people to hang out with and try to play this game and learn how to play. It's sad. And just being open. November starts next week. Next Friday. He put the items on. He don't know how to play. But it sucks that this is what you have left. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you have left as far as the game for the player base. It's gonna get ready to explode. Bang, 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 bang. Wanna hear this concert? One night only. Such good characters. Great concepts. But it's sad. All that potential is gone. Wanna hear some? You know what I mean? It's just not fair. I thought he'd probably be on here for a while. I thought maybe that was someone that he didn't know how to play with. We're just gonna get up out of here. Just try to play an online match, you know what I mean? But this is the case, and it's sad because this game is getting close to its 1-year anniversary. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is in trouble. This game is in trouble, and there's not many people play. He's probably gonna get ready to go. I'm about to get ready to go. Yeah, he did. He left before me. And guess what he just did? He left. And that's what the players did. They left and moved on. Now guess what? It's just me. And who else? Oh, the other guy that was waiting for a player in his lobby, he closed his lobby. This game came out November 7th. And this is what we have. He didn't even want to play anymore. It seemed, I thought he was probably one of those players that's been playing for a while. I hadn't even been playing this game that much online. In 2 weeks, this game came out, just trying to double check, November 7th. And then the physical edition was delayed until, what, early November? Well, early December, I meant to say. It was delayed in early December for the physical copy. And if you wanted that physical copy for the Nintendo Switch owners out there, I feel bad for some of y'all because you didn't even have the cartridge or the game cartridge that goes for Nintendo Switch physical copies. Every cartridge is contained where you get a Mario, Zelda, Yoshi game, Donkey Kong or Kirby or a Pokemon game and what have you, all those games that you purchase, you have the cartridge. The games didn't even have the cartridge in it. It was so different for this game, and a lot of Nintendo Switch players were disappointed because of that. And it runs so poorly on the Nintendo Switch. That's why I don't get. That's why I never get multi-platform games for the Nintendo Switch, because they always get done dirty and left in the dust, and they're not properly taken care of. They're never taken care of when it comes to the issues in the performance and the game bugs and the frame rate that some people bring up a lot often with their the issues of their games. Let's do a little refresh. This is a problem. That's why I just wanted to show y'all. These are just what's left for the community, and they see what he did. He left before I was thinking about leaving because it wasn't fair of a match. But I thought he was probably one of those hardcore players. But they're in this mode. They're in rank. The select few people. There's no one really talking about this game, and there's nothing to get excited for. There's nothing going on in the Discord. There's nothing really much to talk about in the Discord because there is nothing to go forward and get excited about when it comes to this title, because we don't have any news. And just to talk about this a little bit, I'm not sure how long this is going to be, but I'm just going to go ahead and speculate and just throw a random prediction out there. Since they've been so quiet since Iroh came out, let's back up. Since Iroh came out, are they going to wait until the anniversary, November 7th? Maybe we'll find out and hear what they have to say in regards to this game, and if we're going to get more. Because in 2 weeks, November 7th is close. Next Friday is November 1st. And then, let's try to advance some time a little bit. November 7th is another Thursday. So the following Thursday, after Halloween, the Thursday after Halloween is its anniversary. I definitely plan to stream this game just to reminisce and talk about some of my favorite memories and things like that, and chat with you guys live. But it just sucks that there's nothing to really get excited for because these guys haven't said anything. What are these guys up to? What are we going to get next? And I'm going to just go as far as saying this for a bold statement. I don't really think that patch is going to really save this game, because a patch only entails quality of life fixes when it comes to game bugs and the issues that they have for this game, with performance issues with crashing and things like that. And some of the main sources of crashing was in the New Game Plus, but some people didn't even find out. If people really still play the campaign, if they still play the campaign, that is, the New Game Plus was very buggy, and every time you would try to start a run with your New Game Plus file, it would never work because it would crash. Those patches are going to be able to take care of that and resolve those issues. That's what the purpose of a patch is to fix those bugs and to fix the issues to allow the game to perform better and run better. That's what the patches and the patches will do. Patches won't attract players because guess what? They're thinking about what's next. They didn't really care about Iroh. Iroh wasn't an ideal character for the season pass. They didn't care about Rocksteady. And I'm not trying to take shots at the characters. These are just not ideal characters that you would think of when you come out with DLC. And I said this before. Mr. Krabs is the only character I would vouch for because he's important, because he was in the background. I'm going to turn off the sound effects since the match is over. Mr. Krabs was the most important character in this DLC, and I think he's the best pick because he's a character that people not only wanted to see join Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 in the fan poll, but he was much more of value because he was in the background of a stage. So that brought the doors open. Mr. Krabs opens the door for characters like Lincoln Loud and all those other 11 cut characters to have a chance to return. So he's basically playing two different roles. If you're not playing as Mr. Krabs, he will appear in the background of a stage. Let's just start a random match. I do want to turn off the announcer as well, real quick, for today. I love the announcer. Just he seems like he has way more energy in this game than he does in the first, if you make into a comparison. I'm not nitpicking. It seems like the announcer in this game has more energy than he did in the first game. If you played the first game, see how energetic he sounds? Way more enthusiastic, way more energetic, and he's into the game. He didn't sound that great from the first one. Because when you play SpongeBob, Sandy, he didn't really sound as energetic. But when you can spot those differences if you play both of the games. So let's just do a match real quick. Let's pick. Did I pick the bum wrestling? The online also had a stage, but he also, I don't know if that was the stage that he picked or because I tried to pick a jump stage. But you can see the importance. I'm just going to close it out. Since our most recent one. We'll start with the first character you start with from the story and our final potential. It could be in our potential final character for this game. Hopefully it's not. But you see the difference. Let's just start a random match. I'm not going to play in full. I just want to show y'all. Because some people probably don't know this. And it's probably just for those who probably didn't purchase this game or decided to skip this game.
In understanding others, you may eventually understand yourself.
Yourself. He has some nice quotes. Iroh is just... He's just a wise character with some nice moves. He got a counter. See, Mr. Krabs and Zuko? It makes him valuable. So it just shows you everything when it comes to a DLC character. If a character that's coming out of the background, it'll definitely solve those problems when it comes to, let's go to Brawler Select. It'll solve those problems when it comes to characters like Link and Lao, because some of y'all wanted to see him return. Lucy Lau is the only character that's representing her show from the Lau House, but it's multiple stages that's in this game. So you would think that another Lau House character belongs in this game, but they didn't make it that way. They didn't make it that way. Link and Lao is in the background of the Lao Castle. That's why Mr. Krabs is so important, because all the characters that they decided to come out with isn't ideal. And I'm not trying to take that shot at Zuko. He should have been a character that's already in the roster itself. They just made some mistakes like that. Those mistakes are not, he shouldn't even be behind a paywall. They did it for Nickelodeon Car Racers 3, and they did it again for this game. And I'm gonna just go as far as saying it. What's the deal with just targeting only the Fire Nation? There's other nations in there. What about the Water Tribe? You know what I mean? What about the Water Tribe? They could have added, Toph could have came back as well, of course, but there's all types of other unique characters that they could have picked outside of just focusing the Fire Nation. We got Zuko's whole family all in here. We're just missing Fire Lord, or the Fire Lord himself, the ruler of the Fire Nation. Ozai himself is the only character that's missing from this game. But I don't want him joining this game because we got enough Avatar characters in this game. We got more than enough Fire Nation characters. Zuko should have been base roster, and then it's just so different to see Rocksteady come in by himself solo when he's usually around Bebop. So if I don't want them to go this route where just imagine a second wave, well, we get a new SpongeBob character comes in, and then we get a new TMNT character, Bebop comes in for the second wave, and then we see another Fire Nation character like Ozai joining in. You know what I mean? It's just, we don't want to see that, and we don't want that being an issue in our future looking like that for this game. But we don't have a future for this game because we don't know anything. We just don't have information. Nobody is talking about anything significant when it comes to this game because we don't have news, we don't have information, and we're not getting the proper communication from these guys. Where is this developer team? Where's the advertisement for this game? And the one thing that bugs me the most about these titles, outside of just not just Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, the games will come out and then they just disappear. All the marketing and the advertisement for the games just stop completely. They they come off to a halt, and they just stop completely talking about their game as if they forgot about the game, and they move on too quickly and they give up too easily. So I don't know what the issue could possibly be. We got all these characters that's missing. Let's bring the roster up and start talking about this. We got so many different stages that could definitely be in this game. These characters should have had DLC characters. These DLC characters should have had stages, because it hits differently when you see a DLC character and you think that a stage is going to come out with that said character, because they did it. They did everything right with the DLC from the first game. For Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, we had Jenny, Hugh Neutron, and Rocco. All three of those characters each had a stage to coincide with the DLC that you were paying for. So you were getting more for your buck. I would say you get a bang for your buck for the characters from the DLC from the first game than you do in this game, because all you're doing is getting a character in their costumes. Yeah, if they have more than one costume, which is awesome. They got way more than one costume. And they're very well done. See these differences? The Blue Spirit, I was excited to see all this. Even though they're not ideal characters that I wanted to see for DLC outside of Mr. Krabs, with the exception. I wanted to see new reps. And with those character cuts, with those missing characters, a whole year, we didn't even make it to 365. We didn't even hit the 365. 365 days in a year. We didn't even get to the year yet. We're getting there now. We're just about to hit the 1 year anniversary for this game. 1 year later, a lot of players have stopped playing this game in less than 1 year. This game came out 11 months ago, from November 7th, for the digital version only. And it's just so different now. And now it's like deja vu all over again, because it's this is the Rocco situation. And I don't want to be mean saying that. Hopefully no one will take it the wrong way. And I'm sorry if you do. Look where we're at right now. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is in the Rocco situation. Iroh is Rocco. But guess what? We're up by 1 point. We're +1. Because guess what? From the first game, if you remember, we only got 3 characters. Rocco was the third and final character. And Iroh came out months before Rocco. Rocco was a November release date. Iroh was an August character that was supposedly supposed to come out around this month, around this time of the month, getting ready to head into November. It makes you wonder if something is going on with this team, or if there's something that was changed in it. They were forced to bring out this character a lot more earlier than anticipated, because when you play the campaign, some of that stuff wasn't tested all the way. And it seems like that little silly mistake when Iroh says a line in campaign, if you played the campaign with Iroh, even if you had one run, when you play the campaign with Iroh, it'll bring up Zuko's name in the dialogue. How was that not spotted? It makes you wonder if it was just forced to come out and due to the changes of this team. So I'm not trying to take the shots. Something is definitely going on with this game, but I don't know. No one knows. And I hate to go as far as saying this. Some people in that server don't even know. And they're waiting to find out too. The people that's left that's playing this game, that's waiting to find out. We're all waiting for something to get to information to come out, for the beans to be spilled, so we know what's going on for this game. We gotta find out what's going on for this game, because we just have been in the dark for so long. Are they gonna possibly end up telling us on its anniversary, the following Thursday? Because that's going to be November 7th, which is its 1 year anniversary. There's no way you wouldn't talk about your game during this anniversary, right? When it first releases to the public, for the public and the player base and the fans out there to be able to play this game and experience it hands-on, there's no way you wouldn't talk about your game, right? It needs to be it's maybe that's probably what they're waiting for, but I don't know if that's probably going to be the case. Maybe they'll wait longer. They might make a little post on Twitter to mention the 1 year anniversary, but what are the odds of getting more than just that anniversary post? what are the odds of being able to tell us whether or not we're going to get more characters for this game? Because it may or may not be more, because they might end up telling us this game is probably just going to have patches. I want more. It's not that I don't want to see this game succeed. I wanted this game to grow since the beginning, since I found out it came real once the leaks came out. I wanted the game to be more successful. I was excited to see the campaign and the crossplay. I thought those were going to be two of the most important features that people wanted to see. People wanted to see a story mode. I wanted to see a story mode more than anyone else out there. I wanted to see a story mode for this game badly. I got the campaign, and then on top of that, I got more than what I bargained for. And then it had crossplay, but then the kicker was the characters missing. The characters got changed. Raphael and Donatello basically are the Leonardo and Michelangelo, or Leonardo and Mikey in this game. They just flip-flopped. They didn't add the other turtles. This is just so different when you see some of these characters get into the game. And that's how I think most people made their decision. I said this before. People made their decision on whether or not they wanted to support this game once the leaks came out for the game itself. And then they waited to see what the DLC came out. And then come to find out, all 4 of the characters came out and got revealed before they could post the actual announcements of the characters. We saw Mr. Krabs, Zuko, Iroh, and Mr. Krabs, Zuko, Rocksteady, and Iroh before they could even come out with the Twitter posts in time to announce the characters. So that was the definitive decision when it comes to most of the players out there, because the DLC was going to give the player that hope that they would see the character that they would want. They would see some of the characters that's been missing for quite some time. That they would see the character that they always wanted to see join this roster, but this wasn't the case. The DLC itself was the final, I don't even want to say it. I think it was the final straw for most of those players, and they drew the line and said, well, I'm only going to buy Mr. Krabs and Zuko, and they're not going to even bother giving Rocksteady and Iroh the time of day. You saw that Rocksteady player? I wonder if he owned Iroh. Maybe he didn't. What if he didn't want to buy Iroh? What if he only bought Rocksteady, Zuko, and Mr. Krabs? He probably didn't even make the purchase for Iroh. Because he was on SpongeBob, he went right to Rocksteady. I'll probably have to go back and check it. He probably did not buy Iroh. He probably wasn't interested in that character, and he probably liked Rocksteady because he loves the TMNT. He definitely looked like a new player based on what he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing. He just wanted to play a game and try to play and find someone to play with online. But you see how short-lived that was? He didn't even stay. He didn't even change characters. He didn't even want to play anymore. And then that other person that was in there, how do you know if he had all those characters? That's what I'm talking about when it comes to the support for this game. They're not supporting this game because they're not a fan of these choices. They don't want to support because of the characters themselves, because their characters are gone. Toph, Hugh Neutron for the campaign is sad. They don't have those characters to really be able to play because they love those characters and wanted them to return. I thought this game was going to have everybody. Going into it blind, well, outside of the leaks, prior to the leaks, I thought everybody was going to be in this game. But I'm not sure if those same players are going to be willing to give this game and give these titles another chance and spend the money if we get a third game. Because they're probably not going to have the patience or the tolerance to be dealing with this over and over with these characters getting cut. So if you are a fan of LT Gray, what if he doesn't make it into the third game? There's going to be some people upset about that. And I definitely want to see both of these characters make it back, because they were in the fan polls for people that wanted to see these characters. Imagine they cut Squidward and they bring back Sandy back in the third game. Squidward is definitely one of the most, he was always in the top 3 or at least the top 5 most requested characters or most wanted characters to join this game. He got into the game. So if they cut him, you're just doing the game a disservice. She's a great character. No knocks against her. She's definitely dangerous. I've seen some great players play her, but some of those players that still play Gertie are not around anymore. because they moved on to other fighters. It's a lot of games that have come out, so that's why I think it was so crucial for them to say something as soon as possible. So I'm not sure if they're probably going to just wait until the anniversary to announce new characters, new surprise characters for future updates, or more. Or maybe the rest of this year is only going to consist of patches and we'll probably have to wait till next year to get characters. That needs to be communicated. It definitely needs to be communicated, because now it's a lot of games that's planned that has come out and have released already. It's a little too late. You can agree or disagree. I think it's too late to try to get that momentum unless they got some nice, great characters for a new set for the second wave that contains new shows and not SpongeBob, TMNT, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. With all new shows represented for the second wave, I think that's the only way they can make a potential comeback. They need new shows. Let's stop with these same shows getting over other shows and leaving the other shows that they have in the dust, and they're not able to join and get into these games, and they're not being considered. They need to expand beyond those 3 shows. Because I'm not going to sit up here and try to lie. I was disappointed seeing that none of these 4 characters from this season pass consisted of a new show. We don't have a single new show from the season pass. We got a couple from LT Gray, the Adventures of Manny Rivera, the Angry Beavers. I'm trying to look at some other ones. And then we got Jimmy Neutron, but he was already represented in the first game with Hugh. But Jimmy was already also most requested, one of the most wanted and most requested characters to join the first game. I'm just trying to look at this roster again. Just count the new shows that we got. We got the Adventures of Manny Rivera and the Angry Beavers, the classic. I loved how they got them, because they went way beforehand, before this modern era, and allow us some more character and those other shows that are new. Let's see. It's LT Gray, Angry Beavers. Garfield was already in the game. We already had Cora, and Azula is not. She's new. She's a new rep, but she's not a new show. She's not from a new show. Ember is an additional rep for Danny Phantom. Hey Arnold. Because we had Helga at the time. Those characters are gone now. That's it. I was just trying to double check before we continue this. We got 2 new shows only from this roster. Don't you think that's not ideal? And I wanted LT Gray in the game badly too. I'm glad he joined. I'm just trying to. He's from SpongeBob. Look, Rocco is already in the game. Let me see. It is. It's only 2 new shows. I'm just looking at him. It just shocks you. You just sit there and wait. Just look at it. Look at it. The roster only has 2 new shows. But you would think when the DLC was gonna come out, it was gonna have more of those new shows. It was gonna have more new reps. We didn't get them. We just got bonus reps to stack up and flood SpongeBob's world, TMNT, and more. See, and if Rocksteady didn't join, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles only had 3 characters with Raphael, Donatello, and April. It's just so different. So I'm not surprised with the feedback when people saw this roster. It's gonna lead to disappointment. People are disappointed and they miss those characters. They miss their characters that they made. They miss the characters that they wanted to play and see what new capabilities they were gonna have with the slime meter. Because when you watch the trailer, you already knew that some of those characters were missing. But then when someone played the game and revealed the roster, people were a lot of people were upset about that. They were upset about this roster because when you don't think about the DLC, it's the train stops at Ren and Stimpy right here. There, you don't have the same characters that you had from the first game because those 11 cuts were made, and those cuts definitely put a just it deteriorated the momentum of the game. It wasn't gonna grow, and it was gonna hurt even more once we got the DLC choices settled. It's just sad. So I think that I don't know. I don't even know if we're gonna get more. I wish I knew. It just poses the question: is this definitely gonna be it? Because I would never finish a DLC season pass with characters like Iroh and Rocksteady, and then with Zuko, he should have been in the game beforehand from day one. He could have been replaced by someone else. And if I was gonna go Avatar, he could have already been in the game right up here next to his sister Azula, Princess Azula herself, who's dangerous. Zuko would have already been in here. I would have picked a different character. I would have went. For me, I would have did Mr. Krabs. Yep, he a new SpongeBob, an additional one, of course. But he's gonna create sales. He's gonna sell. A lot of people were excited for Mr. Krabs. And then, nothing to take away from Zuko. These two are the high sellers. But if I had the choice, I would have definitely kept Mr. Krabs. And then the rest of the 3 slots for the season pass, I would have had new reps. That's how you make a pass. This just isn't the best. It's not great. It's not. We should have had more new shows. We should have. And we deserve more. We deserve more characters. We deserve new shows. We deserve more content. We deserve better communication. We deserve more marketing for this title. It sucks that it's not getting what it needs. When it has the potential, it still has the potential to grow, but it's almost too late because of all the new games that have come out. And it's going to be more this Friday, the next week, and so on and so forth. For the rest of the year, it's going to be more surprises for new games to shine and more game announcements. But this game, it has fizzled out. It's not the same anymore, and it sucks because nobody else is talking about this, and no one really has anything to get excited for because we don't have news. We don't have a future for this game, and we don't know what's going on with this team. We gotta get something said as ASAP. Are they gonna wait till the anniversary to say something? It's just a bold prediction. Maybe they'll finally tweet and maybe post what's going on with this game and what the future looks like and what we can look forward to. Patches is not going to save this game. It's not going to help this game, and it's not going to have people come back. You gotta have characters to announce. They're looking for character news. They're looking for new characters to get added into this game to see if we're going to get more beyond what we just got, because this season pass was it's a disappointment. It's not what I was thinking of and not what I was hoping for. Mr. Krabs is the only character that I think is the most important. Zuko should have been in the game already, and they could have did a lot more for this game. None of these characters got stages. It sucks. I loved what they did with the new modes, just to close out. I love what they did with the campaign. The campaign has received more love than anything else, to be open and honest. The campaign has gotten more love than anything else in this game, because there are new power-ups, new changes to the arcade, and then they also added new modes, which I like, with the gauntlet mode. And then this could be beefed up. We only got 2 mini games. This could be added more. We got to get some more creativity behind us. We don't just need 2 mini games. We can have more. Boss Rush can have more surprises, unique villains to go against, to be able to play this online co-op Boss Rush, online co-op campaign. They got a lot of different tricks that they can do. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's just more that they can build from this game. The arcade got changed too, and updated with the DLC characters and more challenges. but they can definitely allow players to be able to get more into this game. The problem is that the characters are gone. They miss those characters, and they want to see if we're going to be able to see some of those characters return. And even if they don't return, new reps from other shows that they wanted to see will also benefit this product. So I don't know what they're going to tell us. The anniversary is closing in, and it's already been a year, just like that, within a snap of a finger. And it's falling off. It's really sad. So let me know what you guys think. Share your opinions within the live premiere, and even in the live comments if you want to, and what you would like to see if you still play. And even if you don't play the game anymore, maybe something that you would like to see that'll probably allow you to boot up the game again.